all 5th generation NNT series come with the fantastic new Smart A-pillar display. The A-pillar display takes over from where we used to have the dashboard display. We don't have that anymore, and now it's only the A-pillar display. The A-pillar display is divided up into 3 sections. So up here you have your speed and engine RPMs, outside temperature, time, etc., as well as fuel. And then these 2 sections have various information lights. So this one is mainly based into things like 4-wheel drive, indicators, for example. And then this one has more to do with warning lights, so things like your battery or oil pressure, etc. This section is the biggest, and it's made of a TFT display, and it's controlled by this controller down here on the steering column. With the controller, you have a wheel encoder, which you can scroll through the settings, and then you have an OK button and also a back button. And with them, you can navigate the whole screen. So to explain a little bit about the display, we have, first of all, if we go into the settings, you will be able to see that one of the main features is we can choose how many drive displays we have. So right now I have 2, and we can either have 1 or 0. So I'm going to choose 1 just to show you the difference. And as we go back, you will see we now have this section a little bit bigger, and this drive display here is down here. Now if I want to change that, I can simply roll the wheel, jump down onto here, and then I can select the different information I want to see. So for example, if I want to have oil temperature, transmission temperature, that kind of thing, it can be there. Or also, for example, I can have rear linkage information if that's what I want, or the PTO. And then, because we're now in an active, and this comes standard in an active and high-tech, as well as the Versa and Direct. In the active and high-tech, you have a lot of settings behind the screen. So if I press the OK button and roll up to where it says settings, I can then see that in here we have all kinds of different settings. So all the settings for the tractor are now in here, like I said. So if we go into engine, for example, I can set my minimum and maximum RPM. And then a new feature for active tractors is that you can change the engine brake intensity. So I can change it, for example, to number 4. So when I come off the gas pedal and I'm in automatic, it will slow down the tractor faster by downshifting more aggressively through the gears. And it's the same thing, for example, if we go into transmission. We now have all of the automatic settings for the transmission in here, and things like brake to neutral. And then we also have to B to C and C to D shifting automatics. And we have a great new feature in here, which is lever range change. So that means I can go up through the ranges just by pushing the lever forward when I'm driving in manual. And then in active tractors fitted with radar, you can also find from this menu our revolutionary automatic slip regulator, or ASR. And you can now adjust that through this menu, and that means that you can control your wheel slip with purely using the transmission and the engine speed when driving in automatic. And then one more thing I'd like to show you is that in the hydraulics, we can now adjust the front hydraulic valves in, for example, this active or in a high-tech through the A-pillar display. So if I go into this second on the front, I can now change, for example, is it locked or is it a priority valve? I can also change the flow, and that's very simple. You just press OK. I'll roll the roller back and choose the percentage you want. And you can also choose whether you want it to be a timed valve or, for example, continuous flow. So I can just press that one there and have it as continuous flow. And then the same on the minus side as well. You can also have float in there. And that really is how simple the Smart A-pillar display is. You can find it also with Versa and Direct tractors, but in those tractors it has less settings, as obviously our award-winning Smart Touch does the most of the work.